today I feel better because Stu's up, moving around, and he found out what happened to him, and he laughed and said that's not enough to kill me. When I found out about the video of him saying, "Give him a receipt," get your shit, fucking whatever the fuck it was, give him a real one, or I saw that, and I immediately said, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
All right, so we are here with Doug, guys. So, Doug, how are you doing today, Doug? Thank you so much for being able to take the
I'm good.
time out of your day to hop on here with us.
I'm good. I'm just sleepy at this point.
Yeah, me too. I know how that feels. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sleepy. Per my company, I am fine.
Absolutely.
We're not allowed to say that.
Okay.
If we're on the phone with our boss and we say we're tired, we have to get rescued. It means we have to pull the truck over and somebody picks us up.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yes, you drive a semi-truck. I saw that it says in your bio that you're a truck driver. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's something, pays the bills.
Wow, how long have you been doing that, truck driving?
Almost as long as I've been wrestling. It's actually truck driving and my best friend and a weird incident is how I got into wrestling.
Wow, so how is it that you got into pro wrestling, Doug?
It kind of started as I had like a real rough day one day, and I just started thinking about things. And I went to a gym to go like work out and get my headspace right. And then actually, believe it or not, AJ Mana, douchebag cowboy hat,
Yep.
lied and said Rikishi and Black Pearl are his uncles. He said Rikishi's my uncle. I'm a pro wrestler, this and that, and Rikishi's not related to him at all. Period.
Wow, he's saying Rikichi was his uncle. Oh, what?
No, this guy
God.
he will lie about everything. I have some fun stuff in my DMs, all proof. I have it all in writing. I have everything. It's so good.
That's crazy.
Wow, oh
Yeah,
my God.
nobody ever stands up to him. He's a bully. He's one of those people you say something to, and it's not going his way. He starts screaming and yelling and threatening.
Yeah, man. Like I know, like I dealt with those people all through high school, man. I deal with those people at work. It's like they'll say one thing to your face, go behind your back, say another, and it's like it's all lies, man. Like you can't trust anybody half the time anymore, man.
He tried to tell people when I first got into wrestling that I was a racist, and
Wow.
I don't know if you guys see my girlfriend. She's she's Dominican and Ecuadorian, so she's black. Uh, it's just the dumbest shit ever. Like she's Afro Latina. It's like, okay, bud, whatever you got to say. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I have a Chinese nephew. What else do you wanna spat out of that dumb mouth? And that was right after I bought him 2 car tires. This useless prick. He called me because his car tire was flat. He didn't have money to fix his car tire. So he calls me while I'm working over the road. He's like, "Oh, can you buy me a new tire?" I'm like, "I guess, guy. You helped me get into wrestling. I'm trying to do the Lord's work." Literally, that's why I got into wrestling. I'm trying to. I'll give you the whole backstory to that too. That was a crazy, crazy scene. Anyways, I get this guy. I say, "Just call up a shop and get a tire." And he's like, "Oh, don't I need 2?" Like, okay, guy.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
this guy's the worst. So I'm like, okay, if you need 2 tires, he goes, well, if you replace one, you have to replace the other. I'm like, the fuck, man? Like,
Oh my gosh.
how did someone this stupid get put on Earth? And I'm still trying to help him. And I'm like, oh God, okay, whatever. So then what ends up happening is I tell him to call a used tire shop and get a price for 2 tires, and I'll send him money. And then he goes, well, how do I do that? Fucking Google? Like,
Oh my God,
Jesus
you get
Christ.
a phone.
Bro, it was that bad. It was that bad. I was like, how did this guy get through fucking life? Like, he's one of those people that'll I think he's either just insanely stupid or he uses incompetence and ignorance as a tool for laziness. He and then asked me to help him pay for a tow to the tire shop, and I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Jeez.
That's a
Yeah,
lot
at
of
that point,
stuff to
I
do.
would have helped him with all that if he was competent. But then it's like you suck so much that there's no point in helping you because I feel like this was like something you could have avoided on your own. But judging by how you're handling this situation or lack thereof, you probably did this to yourself, and now I don't want to help you at all.
Yeah, that's the thing about helping people, man. It's like you think like you got friends, especially in like I guess like the wrestling industry, man. I don't know how it is for you guys. It's like I know in my life, in my line of work, I work at a warehouse, I work at a manufacturing plant. I mean, like you talk to somebody, you just gotta be careful who you talk to or be careful who you befriend because you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's exactly how that is. You know, the incident that happened right before it. So like, I don't know. You guys see the tattoo on my neck?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's some great
Right?
work.
that is
That's
pretty cool. That's some
my
good work.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's for my best friend. Well, the whole thing is for my best friend. I used to power lift, and he would do all the powerlifting competitions. I had a different Instagram account at the time, so I lost all those pictures when I got canceled. Uh, that was a funny story too. Uh, fucking Thanksgiving
Jeez, man.
with my girlfriend's family, and they put feathers in my hair, and then somebody just over-reported it. I guess they were having a
Oh
bad day.
man,
Oh.
Yeah, I was
that's
like,
ridiculous.
yeah,
That's crazy.
it was the most sensitive time on earth. It was like right after COVID, or still like recovering from it.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
man.
yeah, people were bored. Um, so he passed away. I mean, it feels like yesterday, but it was 5 years ago now. The year before that was my buddy Jeremy. Both of them I saw like the day they died.
Oh, my
Um,
condolences.
yeah, I've lost quite a few friends. Oddly enough. Um, so with the whole AIDS thing, I kind of spiraled. Had a pretty rough time. I was homeless for a little bit. Lived out of my
Oh.
car. Finally got my shit together when one of my best friends, Katie, cussed me out. And yeah. So then I'm gonna do a whole video on all of that. But basically, there was a truck incident. I saw somebody uh, in a U-Haul. They hit the back of a truck, and the, their U-Haul got pinned to the back of the truck, and
Oh
the truck
my.
was driving and dragging it up the grapevine. Uh, and while it was dragging up the grapevine, I started seeing fire come out of the hood of the U-Haul, and it's still being dragged behind a fully loaded tractor trailer.
Oh my god.
And a very steep grade going uphill. So I pulled next to it, and I'm honking. I blew on the horn. The Kenworth pulled up ahead. I used to drive with my shoes off because I was over the road at the time. You have the sleeper cabs.
Hmm.
Put my shoes on, ran down there, and then the guy who he hit was a Hispanic dude uh, who was crying at the time. I
Oh.
got to the door, the whole thing's on fire. I'm trying to rip at the door, and then I was like, "Oh, that guy's just gonna leave me out here." And then he sprays the whole thing out. Lo and behold, anyways, covered in blood. Washed it off at my girlfriend's house. The guy ended up, I believe he lived. Uh, can't remember. It's been a while. Uh, that's when I went to the gym that same day. That's how I got into wrestling.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
That's a
crazy.
crazy story, man. Like that's like I don't know, man. Like that's a lot of stuff to go through in a short period of time. Like
It's been
just
fucked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a whole video on it myself as an introduction. Uh, like I kind of gave you guys more than I wanted to be honest with you, because I don't. I want to post that myself.
Mm.
As someone, it's my story. It's my life.
I mean, like we appreciate it, man, because like
Yeah,
you
a
didn't
lot
have
of
to tell us all that, but we appreciate that, man. That's hard, rough stuff to go through. I know it's hard to talk about.
There's more.
Mhm.
Life's been rough. Uh, so that's how I got into wrestling, and I'm a veteran too. So uh, dealing with all of this stuff, like it's been chaos in my head.
Yeah.
Looking at Stu laying on the ground, and then squaring up with that guy. That's kind of who I am as a person, anyways. Like I used to be a bar bouncer. I've always been somebody to
Mm.
stand up for other people. I've never allowed a bully to win. Uh, like if I catch somebody being a bully or just a bad person, I start to like lock in, and I'll fuck with them. Like I don't care. and I become like a stalker, like in a sense. Like I'm not stalking their Instagrams and stuff, but like if they're around me and I see them exhibit a bad behavior, I'm quick to correct it. You
Oh,
know,
well, that's how it
I'm
should
like,
be,
hey, we're
man.
not.
Like,
Yeah.
You're a
Well, it keeps
hero
people
for
from getting
saving
hurt.
still.
You know, I love Stu. Finally, was able to get a text back from him today. I've
Wow.
been checking in on him through other friends. Well, I've been trying not to bother him. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I like,
understandable.
yeah, I kept myself busy by by just going after podcasts and making sure we plug his GoFundMe and making sure we plug all that stuff. Um, like that was what I wanted to spend my time doing to get this GoFundMe lifted. That was the whole point of the first video, even though I was so upset. I said, I'm not ready to do it, but I think this would be a good time to do it. My
Yeah.
buddy Eric talked me into doing it, so I did it. Uh, like even with this, my main focus too is again, even though Stu is home,
Mm-hmm.
that's not typically how health works. It could wave, it can go up and down, things could show back up. Um, he hasn't even tried to have a full working day yet. You know, like I want to make sure that like any missed work, the medical bills, everything is good to go. So
Mm-hmm.
his life can get put back, but a little extra on top of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So I
Yeah,
dude
man.
is
wanted
When I,
to
legit solid.
I wanted to ask, I know Rikishi he owns and run or no, he doesn't really like run the wrestling school or the academy, but he owns Knox Pro Wrestling. I would love for you to be able to clear up who the bad actors really are and clear Rikishi's name of anything.
Rikishi was out of town.
Yeah, so he was out of town.
He was with his son Tamiko at a signing.
Hmm.
Tamiko just came back too. Uh, he just came back and wanted to start wrestling again. I love Tamiko. You got to see this guy work. You want to talk about a beast? Like some of the best punches, just aggression, pure rage. I'm sorry, I could talk about my buddy for days, but like he's it's like you when you see somebody that's scary and powerful. Like you ever seen Blanca from Street Fighter?
yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
he looks a little bit like Blanca from Street Fighter, just prettier. Um, and he kind of looks like Rikishi back when they were the head shrinkers. You
Wow.
you could see the resemblance. It's crazy. But the bad actors, shit, I feel like it's a series of unfortunate events. Like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
go and name out people because
Oh
even
yeah, I don't
though
want to. You don't have to name off people or anything. No calling out or anything. I'm asking
no, the
for.
videos are already
Yeah.
there. The videos are
Hmm.
self-incriminating enough.
Yeah.
Stu thinking it's a work. Um, Raja being upset. Raja even being back there. Um,
Why was he there in the first place? Like, what was his reason? What did he just say?
AJ
I'm gonna
invited him.
show up. Hmm?
Oh, okay.
AJ Mana.
Wow, he invited him. So once he invited him, then him and Rampage showed up, and then AJ. So he was bringing him to the back with everybody because AJ was giving
Yeah.
him the pass to go to the back, pretty much.
And the whole I bought a VIP ticket. Stupid ass. There are
No,
no
yeah.
VIP tickets.
What do you think of the fact that he's trying to say that telling someone to give a receipt it's kayfabe? That's an insider terminology that us as wrestling fans know and people that work in the industry. Like I think that's ridiculous to say it's kayfabe and he was in character.
He's a known liar. He lies about everything. There's not an ounce of truth that comes out of his mouth. Like that's even the one of the videos where he's talking to the guy on the phone and he goes Andre when Raja's saying Andre, right? And you could hear Andre in the background saying the N word and this and that. Like you didn't have to do all that. And he's like, oh Andre, and then he hangs up, right? We were like, bro, was that you on the phone? No, it wasn't me. That's against my culture. I would never say that. And then he goes on CT Fletcher's podcast. Ah, this is me. This is Andre. Dumbass. What a
Hmm.
dumbass.
Yeah, I saw that. He
That
looks
is
so
a human
dumb.
pile of stupid that just. And a veteran.
I
Of,
hope he never
like,
gets signed again.
And honestly, yeah, that would be fantastic. I don't care what happens to him. I just hope that, like the stupid ass hasn't even apologized. When
Wow.
so when I found out about the video of him saying give him a receipt, get your shit, fucking whatever the fuck it was, give him a real one, or what do you say, lay that shit in or tag his
Something,
shit,
something like that.
some dumb shit.
Hmm.
Um, I saw that and I immediately said, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew this guy was fucking pumping him up. You fucking weirdo. So then I put it in. We have a group chat with Nox Pro. I put it in the group chat and I said, I'm out. I quit immediately.
Yeah, I don't blame you, dude.
There's,
Understood.
Like
yeah,
stuff like that
I
going on, you don't want to be associated with that.
yeah, he shouldn't even have been back in the first place. AJ's only reason for being at that school is because Stu vouched for him.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's crazy in itself because like it's like you have somebody like pretty much saying, hey, come here, come to this, join this, it'll be cool, everybody's cool, but then like it's such a stab in the back like when you do something like that and then it's like you have no regard for anybody else's health or safety.
No, he's a notorious hothead. He's a notorious bully. He treats everyone like shit. I could show you messages for days of people, saying, fuck that guy. We fucking knew he was like this or that. I've seen messages that he sent to other people saying that he knows that Raja was a lunatic. All right, why would you bring a fucking lunatic in here? And then why would you gas up a
Yeah.
lunatic with him in the ring? Right?
Yeah, especially people that do live streaming. Like, I was just doing some live streams myself in AC. Like, especially nowadays, you have to be really careful with these live stream people, especially from Kick, because they want to go around and cause havoc, and they have lack of emotional self control. And then that was crazy seeing the video of the chat gassing them up. That was absolutely pathetic to see a grown adult sitting there acting like a child, reading the chat, getting hyped up like we're in middle school.
Yeah. Like, it, I don't understand that. I don't ever, like, that's literally like in high school when you get into a fight and there's all these people hyping it up, and then
Oh
afterwards you're
yeah.
like, well, how the hell did I get here? Am I that
Hmm.
stupid? And then, typically we learn those things when we're younger.
Yes, we do. That is very true.
Uh, yeah, like we learn about peer pressure. At least our school talked about it, and we learned and said, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
bad." They had these big corny speeches, and I said, "Get me the hell out of here! I want to go to recess and sprint."
Oh yeah.
Uh, yeah, it
Mhm.
was
Yeah, I
stupid.
mean, yeah, like I'm
Uh,
36, man, and I like I remember like these days people just no regard for anything. They don't care. They have no decent. A lot of people are not decent people in any way anymore.
now, now these young kids are fucking trash piles. Uh, Not all of them. I'm just saying, like some of them. Maybe it's because we're older. We notice it more. There's probably, the '90s had, all the gangsters and stuff
Oh,
like
of
that.
course, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe overstating that. I'm just, irritated. But
Mhm.
that whole thing in itself, you brought somebody, you haven't apologized. But then in the group chat, I guess after I left, this guy uh, is more concerned about being canceled. Oh, I'm getting canceled. All these people are saying, like, yeah, dick.
Of course.
Did you not, like, any rational person would see that, knowing that they brought this person here and be like, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not this guy. This is the level of stupid. I'm telling you. It's like, it's unhinged. I've never seen somebody so stupid or selfish or narcissistic. They can't see past. He can't see past his own nose. You know, like earlier in the day, he was mistreating a worker or another wrestler in the ring because they had a match for the belt. And you never really go over the match like that all day in a ring. Maybe
Yeah.
walkthroughs and stuff. He's making this guy
Mhm.
bump cold and run around and do all this other shit. And then, the guy's like trying to figure out what AJ wants to do. AJ's trying to make him do all this advanced stuff. And his name is Doug too. But my buddy is sitting there like he's newer than I am. Wait, he's a new guy. Like I'm only doing this like 3 years. I don't know shit. Like I know
Mhm.
enough not to know enough.
Yeah.
I know guys that have done 10 years and they feel like I do. So, but anyways, he's just figuring it out. But like as an advanced person, you don't ever go in there and be like, I need you to do all this stuff you don't know how to do. You know, and if you can't do it, well, man, well, I'm just gonna have to embarrass you or this or that. Like that's this guy's kind of pompous attitude. Instead of wondering what the guy can and can't do, and be like, oh, you can do this, you can do this. Okay, we'll do this.
Yeah, that's dangerous in itself, man.
Oh no, he's the most dangerous worker. Like everyone considers him a dangerous worker. You know, that's why he gets heat. That's why he got, yeah, he got beat up at one of the shows by a bunch of luchadors. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, this trash pile. So then after my buddy gets out the ring, he literally out loud multiple times going, "Oh, this guy can't work. This guy sucks. Blah, blah, blah. He's not good. He doesn't know what he's doing. Blah. This match will be whatever, but you know, like this match is going to be terrible because this guy doesn't know how to work." Like
that's horrible.
And you're telling his friend group, like the people we have a group chat with, like we're not going to tell him
to hear and have him get mad and have some situation or something like that.
Well, like if I have a match with somebody, the last thing I want them to be is not confident. Mm-hmm. They need to have so much energy because even if like they don't have the capability or moveset to do something, I can go out there and I could work a crowd if this person's confident with energy and he's like, yeah, I did this. And I'm like, we're doing something. Like we could use our entertainment skills to pump a crowd up. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't necessarily have to do flips and tricks like a fucking pony. If I have somebody that's confident and happy and I can get them in the right energy. And the next thing you know, they're selling around, doing stuff. We're over here doing this. I'm talking to the crowd. I put the guy out there. I'm like, tell the crowd we'll do this. We'll do something. You know, like we can do all kinds of stuff without having to do a whole lot.
Yeah.
That's what's awesome about wrestling is that you can be so many different styles and be able to, you're telling a story and you can be able to pull that crowd no matter how you do it, just in the way that they would like.
You just have to tug on their heartstrings the right way, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't. Yeah, so like that's the person that's why I'm so upset. I'm like, you don't do anything good to the world. You use and abuse people. You bring somebody in because you want clout and attention, you know? And then, like, for anybody to state, like, we're going to have a untrained person get into the wrestling ring, and I don't know if they planned it or called it, but to get up and slam somebody, you know? Like, you're not picking me up if you don't know what you're doing. If you've never done it before, I'll be damned if I let you pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't think that was the plan. Stu would have worked with him no matter what, even if he was a little stiff. But like that, there's a difference between stiff and trying to kill me. So the whole situation is just bad.
I saw that
bad.
In the podcast you were on with Eric. That there was a text proof that the wrestlers are being told by management in Knox Pro to not cooperate with police.
That guy's not management. He's just
or the group chat that they were all in the Knox group.
Yeah, I don't know whose name said it, but they weren't management. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Just one of the guys who's been there for a while, and I don't hate that guy either. His intentions are. Did you see the clown that ran outside to give his Instagram tag?
Oh, that was the guy he cut. It was like he was pretty much cutting a promo with the face paint on, standing outside. Yeah, I saw that guy.
That's
fucking
crazy.
Loser. Fucking goddamn loser. Toothless fuck. You know what? The only good thing AJ's ever done in his life is knock that fucking guy's tooth out. Yeah. Other than that, when AJ goes to sleep every night, it's probably the best thing for the world is when he gets to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry. I'm so mad, and I'm starting to get happy. And like, I'm a nice guy. Don't get me wrong. My core is nice.
Oh, when I close with the upbeat questions at the end, for sure.
Yeah, but I was funnier before I was ever nice. So like, I say mean things to be funny because I don't care.
Hey, I'm the same way, dude. I'm the same way. I'm kind of a person that's like, oh, hey, you know this and that, but I'm nice. I know. Because it's got the whole situation's got to be left up because like see that and then see what goes on and just to everything around the whole thing is effed. I've never seen something like anything that's going on, honestly.
Yeah, no, I talked to somebody from the WWE, and they said they've never. It was worse than a mass transit incident.
Oh, jeez. I
Wow.
remember that too.
Yeah, yeah. But I'll tell you one thing that I could that's positive about all of this is the wrestling community is a beautiful, beautiful community. The fans are beautiful people. Even the people from the MMA community have been hitting me up and talking to me. They're beautiful people, and they're embarrassed by Raja. They're embarrassed by what happened. Um, this is just such a bad incident, and like today, I feel better because Stu's up, moving around, and he found out what happened to him, and he laughed and said, "That's not enough to kill me."
Mm.
Damn.
Yeah, you got to love it, man. Good-hearted people like that, just
Damn.
taking the situation lightly. It's all you can do.
I don't even think he's gonna want to press charges.
And that,
Wow.
and
You
that's
guys
really
gotta.
nice of him.
He's a fucking cowboy. He's just a man's man. Like if he fucked up, he'll shake your hand and be like, "I messed up, man. I messed up real bad." And he'll own up to it, and he'll really mean sorry when he says it, and he'll probably do more than just apologize. He's just a good guy. Like that's why him of all people getting put it like anybody in that situation, even if I don't like him, should never be there. What I'm saying is, it just sucks more when it's somebody like that. As a veteran,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I got that. This whole situation was, brought a lot of trauma for me, like, losing my friends and stuff like that. And then I'm looking at him and I'm panicking because, like, tired of people dropping out.
Yeah.
Like it's not like
Totally.
typical like plan. You don't plan for your parents to die, but they're older, they die. Grandparents, all of that stuff, right? You kind of like you get time sometimes to heal, you know. But when it's like somebody your age or you're doing stuff with every day, and it happens like that, especially in front of you,
Mm.
what do you do?
Yeah, that was you can't ever prepare for a situation like that. And I wanted to ask, what would you recommend the other promotions and shows in any situations where they have a non-wrestler in the ring after this?
Uh,
Like a Travis
so,
Scott, for example, like smacking the crap out of Cody Rhodes, like that shouldn't have happened till.
yeah, I mean it happens even with regular people too.
Oh
I had
yeah, yeah, yeah. People getting
last
stuffed.
my tag partner and I, we do tag matches, and one of the first tag matches we had together had hit me ear and it popped my eardrum.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was the same show that's what I got lighter stuff in my hair now. I used to have longer real hair through here,
Yeah.
and then somebody yanked it out, and my scalp was bleeding. It was pretty messed up.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
yeah, and I
Jeez.
told him not to do that spot, and I still did it because they're a fucking fat idiot.
My
And
god.
then I got hit with a hockey stick that same match. That was the same one I
Oh,
popped my
nice.
eardrum in too.
And a hockey
Jesus.
stick in the match. Wow.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a kendo stick, and then I got hit so hard, hurt so damn bad, and I was like, "What in the fuck?" And then I got hit a couple more times with it. Still sold it, did whatever, but every part of me wanted to just get up and just get crazy. Um, that sucked. Uh, it's little things like that, they just happen. Uh,
Mm.
Sometimes you got to improvise. I'm not mad because it was a hockey stick. I'm mad because we didn't have a kendo stick and that was the plant spot. Like we should have checked
Yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah, those are
You
two
know?
totally different like objects by a long shot. The way they
Yeah,
feel.
and one's aerodynamic for speed
Hmm.
and power and violence. Uh, yeah, if you're gonna have an untrained worker in the ring, uh, they need to show up hours beforehand. They need to get into the ring. They have to move around with the person they're going to do a spot with. They have to be comfortable. The person they're doing a spot with, they have to like each other.
Yeah.
There has to be some
Yep.
chemistry. And if the guy's not an agreeable person, like, hey, I need you to do this. Well, I want to do it this way. Or you could tell that you're getting pushed back on something they know nothing about. Like if you're not a person that's a wrestler, and you're at a wrestling show and you want to do things your way, and the wrestling show says, no, we only can have you do this, and you're getting too much pushback, don't do it.
Yeah, I would wonder about that since we're talking about like safe workers, you know, like people that you want to be in the ring with. You know, I've heard like people like bigger guys like Brock Lesnar and stuff like he's super safe to work with. Like, why do
Yeah.
you think like people like him compared to like, you know, people that have been doing it longer that are more like I guess you would say more stiffer in the ring, or you know, like guys like him, you think like he's big and powerful, or things are going to hurt worse, you know, and he's kind of going to be unsafe a little bit. But like, you know, hearing that, you know, he's one of the safer guys, you know, people his size, how do you like kind of get in the ring with somebody bigger and more powerful than you and still be safe?
Well, there's not many for me, but like realistically, like this is the smallest I've ever been. I at one point was over 800-pound deadlifter, over 700-pound squatter, close to a 500-pound bench presser.
Damn.
Like that's when I was powerlifting, and I'm still like when I put weight on, I can go anywhere from like 250 to 265 in a week.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Quite
because
a
you know I
jump.
bloat with water easy, it holds well, just whatever. But people like Brock, uh, I'm nowhere near as safe as he is to work with, because that's why Brock's a legend. Um, he's a real athlete with a work ethic like no other. Um, I just recently started to do a lot more cardio to get in more athletic shape and doing all this stuff. And I was gonna, when I started wrestling, I didn't want to give up on my powerlifting. I wanted to do a powerlifting meet.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get back to the range where I could do a 2,000-pound total. I had a drinking problem. Just leave that one in there. But I was upset. I never really could do it because I spent most of my time messing around. You know,
Yeah.
I was so good. I was so good at heavy lifting, and people took it serious, and I thought it was a big fun joke that I got to do with my best friend Abraham. Um, so there's that. But people like Brock, they're special. I'm sorry, my mind drifted.
You're good.
Oh,
You're good.
no worries.
Yeah.
What's a funny road trip story?
uh, I don't do a lot like in my truck or for wrestling.
Oh, for wrestling, because I know sometimes those guys got some interesting stories.
Yeah, I don't have many for wrestling because we always I traveled with Knox and did stuff with Knox, but I did work as an extra for the WWE up in Portland for SmackDown. And on the way
Wow.
back from SmackDown, everybody followed me because they think I'm Malachi Black every time I show up, or Aleister Black.
Yeah.
I get it nonstop. Even that show I did at Hollywood Championship Wrestling, some guy was like, "Oh, you're not Lance Archer, or Archer."
Yeah, I
You're
thought
not.
you were
Lance
Lance Archer.
Yeah,
That's I think you. Yeah.
yeah. I turned
Oh
to
my
that guy.
gosh.
I said, "I'm not Lance Archer, but I'm sure as fuck your daddy. Shut your mouth, fatty."
Lance Archer,
I
man.
was a heel. So like, it's my job to be a
That's
dick.
awesome.
Like,
Oh man, like the heels are the best wrestlers, man.
yeah,
I love a good heel, man. It's like if you can play the part really good and make it super believable, it's like the best thing, man. I like if I was a wrestler, man, I'd love to just play heel for my whole career, you know. Be
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. I've tried to be. I didn't try to be. I was always casted as a heel at Knox, but I sold the most tickets for the shows, and it's kind of hard to be a heel when
Yeah.
everybody is there for you. You
No,
know. But in
Yeah, like
Portland, it
that.
wasn't a funny story, but it's a true story. I was ignorant, and I was like, I'm gonna go walk around Portland with my luggage in a suit right after the show, and I'm gonna go to the airport. And I don't know if you know about Portland, but it's not really a good area.
no,
So
yeah, it's really bad.
yeah,
It's not a
yeah.
great place to walk in at night in.
Well, I was on my way to the airport. It was like 11:30. I was walking over this bridge. I had a drink or two. Um, at that point, I started to feel weird, and then I woke up at like 5:36 in the afternoon. I got roofied and then attacked, and
Oh,
Damn.
Jesus.
yeah, it was crazy. Uh, got my luggage back. The people had my luggage said that I was like wide-eyed, and I walked into a bar and said I'm having a bad day, and then left my luggage there and walked out.
Wow. I'm sorry that happened to you. Shit, damn.
Yeah, that's how I met my buddy Devin up there because he's the one who rescued me.
That's nuts, man.
I didn't know him. He was like the Portland safety people, and he helped me out because I was so lost, and he just was doing his route and stuff like that. And then he had a conversation with me. Turns out I got roofied.
Oh my
God. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like something happens in South America. Damn. My gosh.
It is what it is, man. You know, like, people are scoundrels. They probably thought I was Alistair Malachi. I'm going to rob this guy. And then realized I was poor. So they were like, oh, that's not him. It's not worth fighting for. Let him go.
Like what? I'm wondering, like, because like you said, like you get a good response from like people cheer you. Like, how hard is it to like play like an in between character? Like, you know, you would just like you want to be a heel, but you don't want to be too good of a good guy. But you know, people love you, so it's like you kind of gotta that face and heel. Like, in the, how do you like play in that middle part? Like, how do you get that middle ground?
I don't know. I think I know if the crowd's popping for me really good, just on appearance, right? Then I can get away with whatever I want.
Yeah.
You know, and especially if the crowd's seen me a few times and they know my personality, they know how I interact with people after the shows and stuff like that, then it's a little easier. With the gimmick I was doing with Alex Ace and Sophia, we had a little 12-year-old girl would walk out and I had a Spartan helmet on. And we came out to the song Rotting Christ from 666. And the gimmick was that she had manipulated us and in a way possessed us into doing her bidding, because as a little girl, she can't beat up a grown woman and she can't beat up a man. So, you know, she would, she's using us to get to the WWE or AEW because, you know, she's, you know, that's her stick. That's how she's going to get there. Like taking the big, powerful people and using them.
I just wanted to ask my last question that I had before we plug everything here is, what's your favorite cheat meal?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. I eat pretty bad.
Me too.
Like I have abs right now, but, you know, like I've been barely getting my abs back. I used to look like a bodybuilder and have abs year round, and I was just like, as a power lifter, I'm like, this is great. I could rest a bag of Doritos on my stomach and eat. Yeah, that was one of my favorite things to do. My favorite pastime is Doritos on my stomach and lay down.
Oh my gosh, I like Cool Ranch. Yeah. What's your favorite Dorito?
Cool Ranch with the nacho cheese. Like, my girlfriend laughs at me. I leave food by the side of the bed, and if I wake up in the middle of the night, I eat. Like,
you know what? I do the same, dude. I do the same thing. Trust me. It's like I'll fall asleep or something, and this is bad. Like, I'll fall asleep or something while I'm eating, and now I'm like, oh, it's right there next to me. Might as well finish it when I wake up out of nowhere at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. I think right now my favorite cheat meal is In-N-Out with a payday bar in it. I buy a payday and I go to In-N-Out and put a payday bar in there.
Oh, In-N-Out, man. Oof.
Yeah, or I get the peanut butter and jelly burger at Slater's 50/50.
Oh, see, that peanut butter jelly burger, that's the way to go.
I never had one. I didn't even know that was a thing.
That is delicious. Peanut butter and jelly, dude. Trust me, you have to do it if you haven't eaten it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, you can put peanut butter jelly on a person, and they might even, you know, you might even be able to talk to them more if you don't like them, or like,
yeah,
you know, I don't know.
I mean, I've said it before. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You know, just a PB&J guy.
Yeah. I got one more question for you. My battery's low, so my camera cut off. As far as like any influence, who was like your biggest influence, like WWE, any wrestling company, you know, just like anything?
Like my favorite wrestler growing up?
I would guess so, yeah. Because for me, it was Kurt Angle. I loved watching Kurt Angle wrestle. It was great for me. You know, like you know, anybody that you kind of like looked up to and try to like, you know, take any material from, or I wouldn't say material, but like kind of mold yourself after a little bit at least.
I like The Rock and Stone Cold as a child. I loved growing up watching Rikishi. I remember dancing with my mom in the living room watching Rikishi.
Some too cool action going on there.
Yeah. you know, he's made me as shitty as a wrestler as I am now. I don't think I'm good at all. It's just gonna, you know what I mean? Like, you can't think you're good. You know, if you think you're good, you're
Yeah.
trash. My best moments I've ever had in a ring are because of him. I'll put it that way. He's taught me so much, and even Black Pearl's taught me so much. I love him. It's unfortunate what happened, but you know, Rikishi's always he's always been there to teach me and be brutally honest. Growing up, though, I love The Rock. I love Billy Gunn.
Oh, Billy Gunn.
Yeah, Mr. Ass. I used to do the Mr. Ass Man dance. Actually, one of my
I got the scissor
one
him
of
at a AEW pay-per-view.
yeah, one of my buddies hit me up there. Like, I guess all the wrestling, all the wrestling we did in the backyard paid off with the entrance music, and you're doing Mr. Ass's dance. I'm like, that's my shit. Let's go.
Oh, I do have one more. I was all day. I was thinking. I almost forgot to ask you. Because you know, growing up as a kid, you know, I watched Raw with my dad and everything. There was a time where they had that whole Katie Vick situation going on with, and those promo. Just what like were you like what were you into wrestling big when that was happening, or like when all that was going on?
I don't think that I had Raw growing up. My dad's super cheap, and we only had SmackDown. If I watched Raw, it would be at Tabs and Taylor's house with their dad, Rory. I'd tell you the best wrestling moments I've ever had in my life is watching Stone Cold come out and spray everybody with beer. And Stone Cold at WrestleMania. Any Stone Cold moment, and then Rory screaming at the top of his lungs. He made everything so great. The reason I love wrestling too is because of him. He had the same Hulk Hogan Fu Manchu mustache. You know, you get in trouble, and you're like, oh shit,
man. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan, man. R.I.P.
Yeah, man.
I saw him at the Netflix premiere for Raw. I didn't talk to him, but I saw him. I was like, hey,
wow.
I see you. Yeah. I felt like he could not notice me in the room, but like, you know, he should have known I was there. Like, if you guys don't know this already, like, I'm your favorite wrestler now. This is something I do. No, well, hold on. Whoa, I'll tell you. Okay. I went out at WrestleMania when WrestleMania was out this year, and I went up to everybody, and I was like, who's your favorite wrestler? And they're like, what do you mean? And they're like, who's your favorite wrestler? Just tell me, goddammit. And they were like, oh, well, John Cena. I said, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm your favorite wrestler. Now come here and take a picture. I did it to so many people. It's not even funny.
I like that.
People, actually, after this incident, people had been like, hey, I met you in Vegas when you were walking the strip. Because Knox did a show in Vegas. That's where I had the fireworks and I was on the motorcycle. Ooh. I don't know if you guys saw that on my Instagram.
Oh, yeah, on the Instagram, yeah.
Yeah, I rode my motorcycle out to the ring with fireworks and my buddy Alex. Awesome. But in between that, because the ticket sales were all over because nobody really knew about the show, we just popped it up. I went and started walking the strip in my trunks, you know, those booty shorts, and just started talking to strangers and pulling them into the show.
So hell yeah, old school advertising.
Yeah. Did anybody think you were one of those Vegas like weirdos that were, you know, ones that you see on the side of the road sometimes that walk around with no clothes on sometimes, or?
Nah, everyone thought I was a wrestler. There was that, you know, like, yeah. It was a fun time, you know, and I was on the posters that they had out there too, so like that helped.
Cool.
Yeah. It was fun doing all that stuff, but oh my god, but yeah, one of my favorite things to do now is ask people who their favorite wrestlers and then get in character and pop a promo on them.
Dude, that's awesome,
I like
man.
That. You know, I like that. I'm gonna use that in like every day. Like, who's your favorite person? Like, I don't know. I am now.
Yeah, I am. Like, you clearly don't know how to make up your mind or use your fucking brain. So I'm your favorite wrestler now.
I'm just gonna tell you how to do it. Like, listen here, and I'm just gonna tell you how to do it.
The other part of that is if you don't give me the answer I want, you know, the epic is a never-ending story of ass whoopings, past, present, and more to come. And if I'm in front of your face, guess what? You got another ass whooping coming, so you better figure your shit out. You know, that's my favorite promo.
I like that. That's pretty cool. That's all.
Yeah. I went into business for myself in this interview. I'm sorry.
It's all good, dude.
Yeah, I'm normally a lively person. Like the interviews that they've got me on, I'm sad. Like I've been sad, but Stu being up and doing stuff like
spirits are probably higher now.
Yeah.
much higher. But I am obnoxious when I'm, my normal self. Like I am a high energy guy. I'm like a Great Dane that doesn't know it's a big dog.
That's great for pro
Yeah,
wrestling, man.
Yeah,
yeah, it
man.
is. Yeah,
You know, it's like
the community's been great.
I think a lot for wrestling because like it helped me get through a lot of my rough times too. Just being able to watch it on the television, it kind of takes you out of, like the 2 to 3 hours, when Raw was 3 hour, 2 hours, it's kind of like it takes you out of the element of the real world. You know what I mean? Kind of
Yeah,
cleanses your palate a little bit.
yeah. You know who reached out to me? That was really cool because he went to Knox too,
Oh.
and just wanted to get the facts straight. Didn't make any speculations or say anything. He was only concerned about getting Stu's GoFundMe up, and he's a very genuine person. Was Rusev?
Oh,
Oh,
okay, that's pretty
Rusev.
cool.
Wow.
Yeah, no, Rusev is a great person, and he always demands excellence from people. He will tell you straight up to your face how he feels about your effort, your performance. He wants to see improvement from people. If he
Mm-hmm.
comes back to the school, if you don't have improvement, then he'll lecture you for wasting time.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, he's the best. Like he's great too. Like that's why this whole Knox situation is very saddening to me. Like that was something that was starting to mold me into the person I wanted to be again. Like when I was an
Mhm.
athlete, I was at my best when I was younger. And then powerlifting, I only did it because it was fun to mess around with my best friend, and we loved to talk trash, and we thought everything was a big game. And, like I don't know, you're just hanging out with your boy. Like
yeah,
I spent all my
Yeah.
time laughing. Um, so that wasn't really like high speed athletics where I had to challenge myself and dig deep and become a better person and do what's uncomfortable. I never wanted to do anything uncomfortable. I never did more than like 3 reps in all of my powerlifting career. You couldn't get me to do more than a set of 2 or 3 reps.
Oh, yeah, the high you're doing power, so yeah, just very
Right?
short
I'm
reps.
also just so lazy. I'm just not doing it. Like, it's stupid. Because I didn't care about being the best. I just like having fun and showing off. You know, like that wasn't my personal conquest. But in wrestling, I'm so dead set on being good at it that like I've dived into the cardio. I've let go of wanting to be strong. I've let go of this. I'm like retooling my body. I'm working on this, breathing rates, this, that, and the third. And I'm doing that while working 70 hours a week in the truck.
man,
Uh,
that's dedication there,
Wow.
man. I'm telling you, it's
yeah,
rough.
yeah. And then you travel like on your free time to get somewhere to go do a show, to do this, to do that.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, no, I don't have a life, but um, I'm the happiest I've ever been. So but Knox finally got me back into that mindset, like remembering what it was like to wake up sore and beat up and know you got to stretch and maybe go for a little run before you go to work.
yep.
I, because yeah, it's crazy. But Knox did that. They gave me that. They helped me refine myself, And
Wow.
what's happening to the school is terrible because it's a great school, but there are some very toxic little creatures that found themselves around and sometimes one bad apple spoils the bunch.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean,
Um,
I get that.
uh,
Trust me.
yeah, I think that's kind of what we are looking at this situation. It was a ticking time bomb. Uh, I feel that everybody's responsible for it in terms of like talent, students, staff, this, that, and the third. Um, for not speaking up uh, earlier. So there's that.
Mhm.
I don't know because like this is a lesson that other people can learn because I'm like, oh, I can't believe that happened there. It was a terrible incident, but when you look at other places, there's other little things that are also bad. There's little things everywhere you go in life. Every company I've ever been to has had its own set of trauma and problems, and a lot of it could be solved if people had the balls to speak out.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Yeah, man.
You know, yeah. That's why I was always a heat magnet though, because I say stuff. I'm
All right,
always
would
going to
you
be
have
that
any
guy.
more questions, Chris, for Doug here?
Um, I do not. I mean, it was it was good to talk to you, man. Like I'm glad, hopefully we can reconnect again, man. And like hopefully like if you're in, anywhere close to us, we can come to a show, and possibly if you would like, I'd like to, have actually a sit down with you and talk if that's anything you'd be interested in.
Yeah, yeah. That would be dope. What area are you guys out of?
Oh, we're on the
I'm
East
in Maryland
Coast.
right now.
Yeah, all
You're in
the way
Maryland?
on the East Coast here in Maryland.
I used to live in Virginia.
Oh yeah, I go there. We're going there next week for underground death matches. For if you know a JJ Allen, we're going to see him wrestle.
Okay, you guys ever see Journey?
Journey, like the band?
No, Journey Fatu.
Oh, Journey Fatu. No, I was about to say no.
It's
I've
a
not
dirty
seen
looking
Journey
man.
Fatu wrestle.
Journey's the best. He's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wrestled him that day.
Wow.
I wrestled Journey and my buddy Zeke, and it was me and Alex Ace. If you look up the Samoan Reaper and you look up Journey Fatu and Alex Ace, those are the guys that I was in the ring with. I haven't posted any footage because like I don't, like I don't have the heart to do that when what's been going on has been going on.
Yeah, man, I don't blame you.
Yeah, but if you guys have any more questions, we could do follow-ups. But if you know any places out there that are looking for a different talent to come through, I'm shopping around for promoters, bookers, or this or that.
Hit up CZW, Combat Zone Wrestling.
CZW. I know a big one out here is MCW. MCW, well, they're always up to book some people for matches also.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Yeah, because that's something I want to get going, is get some matches going and just have fun with the crowd and interact with people.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, and
Yeah.
they're easy to rile up here, dude. Trust me. If you want to play that heel with them MCW crowd, dude, they're easy to rile up, dude. Trust me.
It's because you guys are from the East Coast.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's easy.
When you're from the East Coast, the weather's only good sometimes a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go to a wrestling show, you're probably like freezing or driving through the rain or something happened on the way there.
Yep.
Saw a tornado, and you're just like, you know what, dude? I hate this. But I love the good moments of weather. I get 10 days a year. And then, you go to a show and somebody's like, hey, you smell bad. And you're like, I'm not putting up with that. Not today.
Like, dude, I just drove like 3 hours in the rain. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a monsoon,
Yeah.
Like I can't handle that, Driving through Sasquatch's backyard and shit, and then you're supposed to go to a wrestling show, and then somebody's trying to pick on you. You're like, you don't know what I did to get here. Like, I escaped death.
Exactly.
Yeah,
dude. But like I said, if you're looking for anywhere, dude, hit up MCW. Like I can even send emails and stuff out if you want, to their promotion if you want me to, and or I could, I'm not a promoter, I'm not a booker, but I can put the word out there if you want me to, if that's something you'll be okay with.
Yeah, if you know the people directly, why not?
Yeah, I know. I work with a guy who used to wrestle for MCW. I could talk to him and see if he's got any contacts still. I could get a hold of.
Yeah, I'll message them too and stuff. But it always helps when you get you start pecking away at stuff. Because I was spoiled at Knox. We had multiple shows coming a month. I was able to just sit there and kind of build a fan base out of there. We have good film. We had a really good film project going. Yeah, it's crazy stuff, man. Absolutely bonkers.
This has been absolutely awesome, Doug. Thank you so much, Doug. This is also here.
Thank you for agreeing to do this, man. This is cool because this is something big, big for us to be talking to you, and like just to hear your side of the story with everything, and just to hear about like your travels and the way you view life. It's pretty cool, man. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah. I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate being on. If you guys look up Alex Ace, you guys should probably do an interview with him sometime. He's an interesting guy. He's here from Spain. His visa is expiring soon, and he's worried about not getting signed anywhere. He was, we are close to doing stuff with Knox, and he's a great guy. 7-footer, one hell of a worker, super athletic. But if you guys ever want to interview someone like that, he's fun to talk to.
Yeah,
he's
definitely.
Interesting. He's a 7-foot tall, third grade school teacher.
Wow.
Yeah, that is
oh
interesting.
my gosh.
Yeah. It's so funny. He's the sweetest.
Gosh, I'm so
I mean,
excited
he's
to
big,
go to
tough, and
wrestling
scary.
school.
He's so scary. Huh?
I'm so excited to go to wrestling school after hearing all the stuff you've been telling me and everything. And I'm also, this is good to know about the bad things that happen. You know, that's very good for the future. You know, just to
You
know
just
there's
got to stay ahead
situations
of
that
it.
go off.
You know, what it is you get people that have been there for 10, 15 years, and like they're typically fat, out of shape workers, you know, and they think that they know everything, right? And they're going to want to put themselves over all the time over everybody. And you're going to look and wonder why, and they're going to explain to you, like, oh, it's because you don't know how to do this or do that. Or, you know, at the end of the day, you have to assess every situation. You know, when you first get into business, just join the business, start to learn, watch, assess. Don't really talk, just absorb everything, you know?
Mhm.
And then, you know, maybe after like 6 months, you start to learn who's giving you advice and who's ribbing you with advice.
Yeah.
You know, so it'll be so good for you. I'm excited. When do you start?
September 7th.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that we
Well,
can have a match in the future after I perfect my basics and all that.
I'd be down.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I'd have fun with you no matter what. I'd be like, what can you do? Be like, I only know how to headlock. I'd be like, all right, we're good. Let's go.
They love little guy. I'm like 5'5", and you're like pretty big, so people like to see that. Like Rey Mysterio and the Great Khali. That was one of my favorites, dude.
One of the best people I've ever worked with is Jay Mighty. You know, he's like 5'4", 5'3",
Wow.
maybe less. And he'll sell all day for me and do all kinds of stuff. But I love him so much, and I'm like, oh, we could do this, this, and this. He could do the 619. He could do this, this, and this. So then, right, if you got somebody like that, or if you're working a big dude, you know you got to sell around for him, right? And you got to be creative. And if you work a big guy, yeah, be creative enough to tell a fun story, not something that looks like it was robotic, and put yourself in positions to make escapes and make the guy hurt himself. And then you can start to develop a good story. And the moment you do something to that big guy and he sells a little, then you start pouring it on, and then he might sell real big, and then right before the real big sell, he cuts you down, right? Like it's something you gotta like really get in the habit of working, is getting yourself as much sympathy as possible and building as much of a picture that you might have this glorious comeback, you know, and then you know you can go either way with that. But like that's you know that's the frame when you're much smaller than the other person.
Yeah, we'll definitely be talking a lot through Instagram messages more, and I'll keep you updated
Yeah.
always on my journey, like getting into this.
Yeah. So my phone's about to die, so
Oh yeah, I'm
I
gonna
don't have any more
plug.
questions. I don't know about him, but
Yeah, I'm just gonna plug all of our pages here. So first, we want to follow Douglas here on
Stu's
YouTube.
GoFundMe.
Oh yes. So
yeah.
first, let's make that. So we have Stu's GoFundMe right here, guys. I have it on the screen. So this is, if you look it up, it's help support Psycho Stu's recovery journey, and this is on GoFundMe, guys. We have 185K raised. The goal is 200K. Please donate, guys. It definitely means a lot to be able to help out still.
It does. You don't know if he's going to work the same. He's already had a lot of medical expenses, I can tell you that. So, yeah.
Hey man, I hope he makes a full recovery, because that'd be fantastic for him to continue doing what he loves to do. You know.
Yeah, that would make me so happy. I feel like I should have a match with him, first match back.
Oh, that'll be great.
Like, I'm not saving you today, buddy.
All right, my phone's at 5%, so I'm gonna plug my phone in. It was fantastic talking to you, dude. Had a lot of fun. It was great, man. And hopefully, everything keeps going the way you want it to go. And trust me, I'm rooting for you with the wrestling, man. I hope to really see you do something big.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Of course.
Hell yeah. Make sure you guys subscribe to Doug on YouTube. It is Doug_Mallow right here. Also, subscribe to
Is that my
John
YouTube or is
Bravo
it Doug the
Films.
Epic? hold on.
Oh yeah,
ID
at Doug
Douglas.
the at thing. So we're doing the at thing. Okay, yeah. So it's at DougTheEpic. So that's the
Is
at
that
for
what?
Doug's YouTube.
Oh yeah,
Guys, I'm
Doug
gonna head out of here
underscore
because I'm
Malo.
gonna lose you. I'm gonna lose you guys.
All
So
right,
Bye,
peace,
boss.
Vines.
it was good talking to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for getting on, Vines.
All right.
And then we also have John Bravo Films. So it's at John Bravo Films, or you can look up John Bravo Films. Make sure you guys subscribe to him too. Love his videos. And then
He's the
also we
greatest.
have Scaling Up Catches. That is actually how I met Douglas. I saw him as a security guard, and Eric Konevsky said that he was a pro wrestler. And I was like, dude, that's cool. I'm going to reach out and like tell him I think that's awesome and support him. So yeah, that's how I met Douglas here. And
Yeah,
so
those
make
are all
sure you
good people.
follow up Scaling Up Catches Official. They're making sure that we get child predators off of the street, and they're rightfully charged. And the police, they always have the police come and make sure that the people are taken away. So if you guys want to be able to see Douglas security for Eric Nevsky's catches, go to Scaling Up Catches Official. And that same channel also has a podcast as well. It is the Scaling Up Podcast. So make sure you guys look. It's just Scaling Up Podcast. And that'll be the first one that comes up here with the scale.
All right, so super
there.
last second.
All right, is there anything else that you wanted to plug there, Douglas?
No, not really. I probably think about it as soon as we hang up. You know, that's how it typically works. Yeah. But no, that's it.
Well, Doug, can I call you my friend now, man?
Of course, but
Hell
you know,
yeah.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
You're my favorite wrestler.
That's the fuck I'm talking about.
Fuck yeah. Well, Douglas, I'm so glad that I connected with you, and this will be the first of many, many conversations we have in my life.
Hell yeah, boss.
All
I
right.
appreciate you, man.
Yeah, you have a blessed one, Douglas. I'll see you, man.
You
Talk
too, boss.
soon. All right, guys. So that was the interview here with Douglas Mallow. That was so cool of him to be able to stop by on the podcast. So shouts out to Douglas for being able to come out here. And yeah, man, this was the stream. Douglas is a super great guy. He took the time to answer all my questions. He had some super cool stories. So that was really interesting. I really had a fun time, man. Douglas, I'm going to, if you guys heard on the stream, I'm going to wrestling school on September 7th. So I've been talking to Douglas to try and ask him for advice. All right. So I hope everybody here liked the interview. We got John Cena 770. We got Observant Fella, Vickery. What is going on, guys? I really appreciate. Thank you, John Cena 770 for the follow. Tick XX, thank you for the follow earlier. But yeah, man, that was the interview.